Namaste, Jai Bharat. The Mahakumbh came to its end with Mahashivaratri. If you remember, there were no advertisements anywhere about the Mahakumbh anywhere. There was no stories or advertisements from the government sides that Mahakumbh is going to take place. The only news was there, no advertisement. And they expected, of course, the expectation of devotees coming is normally based on the previous Kumbh history. They expected something like 40 crores of devotees going and taking holy dip in Triveni, Prayagraj, wherever it is. Now, some people would feel that how would they count the devotees? They expected 40 crores, and the official how many came, a final statistics has not come out, but they say it's something like between 62 to 65 crores turned out. That's the present situation. Definitely much more than 40 crores expected, gone to 63 to 65 crores. Now someone would ask, how would you count? How would you count? See, one thing is that they have all technological support to this. There were so many artificial intelligent cameras placed all over. Look, this Kumbh Mela area is 15 kilometers plus in length. It's that huge area. And the government spent some money, that I'll tell you. 15 kilometers plus long area with all infrastructural facilities provided without flaw. And these AI cameras which are there, they have been programmed to, suppose you go there for Kumbh Mela and you have been pictured once, and second time, third time, fourth time, several times your face will be pictured by this, but that won't be counted. You have been already identified, means just one attendance. So that means there will be no duplication. These are all effectively programmed. Then the government must have spent about some amount of money, but then the return which they got to treasury was 3.5 lakh crores of Indian rupees. They spent much less. They spent less for the entire infrastructural structure, including lighting, sanitation, food, stay, tented accommodations, and they put iron plates on the road to avoid dust, and all these things did not take much money. But the return to the treasury, UP state government, was 3.5 lakh crores of rupees. That's a simple thing. Now, the kind of trading took place there is amazing. Now, I was talking about the attendance. And these are the people who are attending, and then there are many who are not just accounted like that. We have a section of our society, the sannyasis. The sannyasis belong to different orders, many orders, and they don't have identity cards like Aadhaar, PAN card, or election identity card, nothing. They are beyond all those things. They don't care about all those things. They come from Himalayas and go back to Himalayas. The Nagas, the Aghoris, themselves are a simple example. You do not know how many of them will come and go. I don't think they are properly accounted. The sannyasis, they come and go. Perhaps they were not that seriously counted like many others. They used to come in different way and go back in different way. It's their kind of things. So, the GDP of Bharat with the Kumbh is currently 6.2, but then it's expected to touch near 7. I don't know whether it will touch 7 or not, but near 7. That much of a jump in the GDP just because of one event, Mahakumbh. Now, we are a 3 trillion economy, Bharat, presently. And in another 10, 20 years, our administration, our PM, hopes to make it 5. 3.3 trillion economy, they wish to make it 5 trillion. That's our aspiration, hope. And we had been working towards. We don't make big claims, loud talks, but we had been striving and struggling towards it. But some report says that with the Kumbh Mela impact alone, the economy has moved from 3 trillion to near 4 trillion. Near 4 trillion. That exact statistics has to come out. So this is another impact. Now, unbelievably, so many micro developments took place in the economic structure. There was an incident of a person, a blogger, who went there. Suddenly he had some dust problem. Then he bought a mask. Then he thought he'll buy some masks and sell. He started that mask business there. He went for vlogging and was supposed to return. He did not. He stayed on there doing this mask business. And now he has done very well. In a day he was selling roughly 700 plus masks. He was selling it for 10 rupees. Definite income he must have made, not too much, not too large. Hindus are not that jumpy and not that loud, not that showy. Whatever within his limits they operate. Now, that boy, youngster, seems to be saying that now I'll turn into mask making industry. I'll start a small business. Now, this is one instance and one incident. That these are the developments that take place. The economy moved forward. It was not static. We all know it was moving, but the pace has fastened, increased. And now with the Kumbh Mela, the spirit doesn't die, because there will be another. Now, of course, the Holi is coming, and Vrindavan is all geared up, because that Holi is the most auspicious Holi in Bharat. That's Bridge Ki Holi. So there will be some movement towards that side. Then this event will have its own impact. People moved, and that movement must have been a moment beginning, and that doesn't simply end. It will have its slow, it'll have its continuation in multiple manners. People have gone. Right in front of my eyes, many people have gone. Morning, when I went for morning walk, my neighbor was driving out. Then he asked me, "Bhai, kahan ja rahe ho?" This is Kumbh. He says Kumbh. Now that's the kind of thing we see, not just one family moving. They're all going in family, and they will go, and they have to literally abandon their car somewhere, and the rest they walk. To whatever distance one has to walk, they walk enthusiastically. See, we have a psychology that when you go as a pilgrim, you don't look for any luxuries. You will just be anywhere with the nature. That kind of a pilgrim mentality sets in with anyone who goes for pilgrim. When I had gone for pilgrims, there are many occasions I just was sleeping on the footpath, lying down sleeping. There were so many mosquitoes, but then it didn't make any difference. I just lie down in the premises of the temple. In the premises of that place, there are pavements like things. You just lie down there. Who you are doesn't make any difference. You are just one among the devotees. And that kind of mind comes into us. That sets into. So in an event like Kumbh Mela, like really shows you how you have to be a human being. You are not a great being in the cosmos. You are just like any other life. You are not separate. We don't have, in any Hindu thoughts, there's no anthropocentric thinking. There's no anthropomorphism. There's no man-centered things, except that our religions are man-centered, not God-centered. All religions of Bharat are man-centered and not God-centered. Except that man has no importance. The ant and the grasshopper and you are just equal in front of nature, and we have realized it. And these kinds of events will show us our position in this cosmos, show us our place. We don't really, we are not really something great. One more point. Suppose the worms of the world disappear one fine morning. All the worms disappear. Life in planet will come to an end in some time. May not take long years. All the grasshoppers of this world die. Then life will come to an end in some place. Like that, you pick each species in the nature. An extinction of a species very seriously affects the life on earth. But just imagine if mankind goes to extinction, if mankind comes to an end completely, then nothing will happen to the world. Nothing is going to happen to the world. The world will flourish. Life will flourish. Through all the concrete buildings man has created, trees will grow. The nature will continue to exist. It means you are not only that you are unimportant, you are totally unimportant. Whereas other living beings have an integrally connected relationship in their existence, not human beings. Maybe that you are one of the most unwanted elements on the cosmos. The point is, events like Kumbh Mela shows you really your place. You are not great. That's one thing. Then, of course, the nation, Bharat, is immensely benefited. The movement from 3 trillion economy to 4 trillion economy has been fastened. We may be nearing 4 trillion economy, somewhere nearing, and that statistic has to come out. In all, Kumbh Mela was something for anyone who had taken part and who had not taken part. Something of a great wonder. People speak of 7 wonders, but this is the wonder, which is not new, that's important. It had been in existence in the past and shall continue to be in existence in multiple forms. So, this is Bharat, and this is the Hindu way of life. This is our Sanskriti. We shall meet again with some other thought. Till then, it's Namaste, Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.